Two fat guys in a microphone. Two fat guys in a microphone. Two fat guys in a microphone. Big talk, no filter.
Hey, here we are.
All right, we're here on our show. We got a good one for you today. Something top of the line in the news. But I'm Tim. Big talk.
Paulie, no filter. And
All
let me
right.
tell you, this is top stories today. I woke up to this morning, and we're putting it out today, so it's fresh news today.
It's fresh, right? Yeah.
If you guys, I'm not a big NBA fan,
No.
so
No,
I mean, when I bet, sometimes I usually don't bet basketball. But man, I wish I had some of them picks at the some of these inside sites that they're having,
Right?
because they're giving them away, and they got caught.
Yeah. So I'll give the gist of it and then let you get into it. But there's a couple of things going on here. It's not just basketball and shaving points and stuff like that, because I don't think that's been proven. This is more of a gambling racket that's going on. We're talking backroom poker, to where they are rigging poker games.
They are, yeah. It's basketball, and it's corrupt as hell.
Right.
And I've been saying this, Tim, for how long? Sports are fixed.
Right.
So
Right.
let's be honest. I've been saying this for years, and anybody that knows me knows I've said it. And my buddy Paul, my roommate Paul, was telling me, what are you talking about here? I'm going, well, hey, listen, I'm telling you, it's fixed.
Right.
And now it's coming out, and it's been coming out for years.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I mean, Donahue, that was his name, the referee.
Donahue,
Remember, his
yes.
name was Donahue. We were trying to figure this out earlier off camera.
Yeah.
The referee that was fixing the games in the NBA.
Yeah, the ones that he was refereeing.
Yeah.
And I think it goes back to also too the guy when I was telling you last week about my son-in-law, who said that there are these certain referees in the NFL even that like to keep the games close. So you start seeing flags where you're like, what? That's not what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? And
I've been saying it for years,
Yeah,
people.
and-
It's coming to light.
and how this isn't investigated and whatnot, but these aren't coincidences. I used to have a friend tell me there's no such thing as a coincidence.
Okay, well, he's probably right, but I'll tell you what. Here's what's going to happen now. I mean, you guys are just reading about this. If you're just getting home from work, you're not home from work yet, you're going to read about this scandal. FBI arrested the coach of the Portland Trailblazers,
Right?
Chancey Billups,
Chancey Billups. Yep.
which was he's a Hall of Famer, I think.
Yeah, he's an ex-player.
Yeah.
for
They
sure.
arrested him last night after his game.
Right.
The other guy in Miami.
Right. And what is it? Damon Jones.
Okay, he played for Miami.
Yeah. He was arrested being involved in this too. Don't know how he's involved, but he's involved.
Well, three of them are involved in both cases. See, they're intertwining this case.
yeah.
There's poker, backroom poker, illegally being ran and
Right.
being fixed.
and being fixed. Right.
And then there's three basketball players that are involved in the poker part of it and
And-
the corruption of the
Of
basketball.
the basketball league. Yeah. This is insane.
But here's where it gets tricky, people. Let me show you. Here's where it
Yeah.
gets tricky, guys.
Right.
They involved the La Cosa Nostra.
Right.
4 out of the 5 families are involved in this. And that's the Lucchese family, the Bonanno family, the Genovese family, and the Gambinos. Say Gambino?
Yeah.
Gambino, Bonanno, Genovese, and Lucchese.
Lucchese. Right.
The only one that they did not mention was the Colombo family. Now, everybody knows there's 5 families in New York,
Right.
and only one, the Colombo's the only name that didn't come out in that. It's kind of weird, but it's the only one. So,
Well, they just are smart and didn't get caught
something.
in this.
But here's the thing, though.
or
These basketball players, what they're doing, I think, is, and I'm going to be honest on here. No filter, here it comes.
Yeah.
I've talked to players. I've had players in my car to play for UNR.
yeah.
And I've mentioned to him, hey, you guys ever want to, get some action on some games? I know I can get it in through the sports book. I know people there. I work there. I can go bet it myself. They know I'm used to betting big numbers. So I've done it myself. I've asked them. And
Yeah.
most of the time they said no.
Right.
All the times they said no. I haven't done it yet. So
Good.
but
Good.
I was willing to. So I was going to do it. But here's the thing. These players got caught up and they owed somebody money gambling.
Yeah.
And these guys said, "Hey, we don't want the money now. We want you to work for us." And
That's how it happens.
these are not podcast Paulies asking you to do this. These are the bad guys here.
Right.
And these guys are not going to sit down. And if you don't think, Tim, if you don't think that they're going to, there might be some people that come up missing in this case. Trust me, I'm saying it, you probably heard it here first. There might be some people that all of a sudden, geez, a dump truck ran them over.
Right.
I mean, this is you when you're talking these kind of people in it. These are not the people. These aren't the Uber drivers that's asking you to place a bet for you. These are the guys that when you owe them money, you're going to pay them. Right. And if you don't, you're going to do something illegally. Right. And now they got caught. Right. The FBI, I'm sure the FBI is aware of this. They're going to have these guys under lock and key because they know they're going to get to them if they have to.
Right. And we see, but see, this is the thing, and we keep talking about our age and old and stuff like that. But we've seen this, and what was it, Boston College or something, basketball, where it had the some of the crime families involved in shaving points.
They're in all sports, guys. If you don't think they're in all sports, trust me, they're in all sports.
Well, they're probably even in golf. They just haven't got to Scotty Scheffler yet.
Oh, I'm sure if they want him, he'll shank a ball. One of these times he's going to shank a ball, and it's not because he wanted to. Trust me. He had to.
He'll miss a 2-foot putt that he didn't.
I'm waiting to see if Barkley comes out. He's a gambler. Michael Jordan, he's a gambler. Yeah. I'm wondering if these guys. So what they were doing in the poker thing? Did you hear what they were doing?
I did not hear exactly.
They were using Chancey Billups' celebrity status. Hey, Tim, you like to play poker? Yeah. Come play poker with us. We got Chancey Billups there. You can come play poker with him. It happened in L.A., Beverly Hills, Manhattan, Vegas, big cities. That's where they were doing this at. This wasn't just in New York. Don't think because the 5 families are in New York, they don't have reach out west.
Right.
So they were having guys like you, little fish, and you're a big fish, but you're little fish like you coming in to play poker with these guys. Right. And they were robbing them blind. And they were involved. Billups was involved. And they're in trouble. This thing is bigger. This is just the first phase of it. Right. It's going to trickle, because what's going to happen now is you're going to get these people, Tim, that are going to go, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to be away from my family. I make $30 million a year coaching basketball. This guy told me to do it. This guy, go ahead. That's the wrong move. You start doing that, don't worry about going to see your family. They might not be home when you get there.
Right. And just because it's not as in your face as it was back in the day with the crime families, like you said, there's things going on all over the place. I still bet you can't get a garbage
Tim, I follow. You see my license plate on my car. I follow the mob. I read it. I read it all the time. Even like in Italy, it's still big. There's people dying over there. Yeah, it's huge. It's so big, and it'll never go away. Right. But somehow something happened. Somebody pissed somebody off here, and I'm wondering how high it goes up, because all of a sudden the leader of the FBI,
Patel.
Kash Patel. Yeah. All of a sudden, he's going after these guys with the mob. Something's going on, and that could have maybe the Orange Man. It might have something to do with this too. I'll make that for some of the people that don't like him.
All right,
but this is deeper. I mean, these poker games. Did you hear? Have you read it today?
Yeah,
I told you about.
Yeah.
They had literally contact lenses. They were putting contact lenses in their eyes that could read a spot on the card to know what the cards were.
Right.
They had the tables, like this table here, with X-ray vision on it, so they can see the cards. They were texting. What they were doing is they were seeing who had the strongest hand on the table. They were sending a text. So now all of a sudden you're playing poker. You're getting a text from the guy across from you, or a guy in the other room that sees the cards. He's telling you what guy at the table had the best hand.
Yeah.
This is how. I mean, they got some technology in it.
Right.
They had chip holders where the chips are that could see the cards. They even took the card shufflers and had them shuffle them in a certain order. They tapped in. They made them specially for them, and they had these all over the country cheating people out of money.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now we're in Nevada.
So
we're
Reno, big Reno here. See the sign? Yay.
Where gaming's legal. I was in the casino business.
Yeah.
So in order to be on the floor, because I was a casino manager, they teach you how to cheat. So counting cards, you practice that and practice that and practice that. So, and I'm not saying I'm great on it, but I don't play 21. That's why I don't play 21, because it's so ingrained in me. I do a plus minus count in my sleep.
Right.
So I'll sit there. The only difference is if I do play, if I got family comes to town or something, I just keep betting the same. I don't fluctuate my bet, because that's where you can see it. You got a guy betting.
But you're talking against a casino.
Right,
These were back rooms. These were like you and me playing in my garage with with about 10 people. And I bring Chancey Billups over, a big name.
Yeah.
And you guys go, oh, I want to meet Chancey Billups. He's a Hall of Fame basketball player. Come on over and play with us.
Yep.
And now I do a poker tournament every year.
Right.
And people are they're going to be checking everything I do now.
Well, they know you don't have the technology.
No, I don't have the technology or the will to do it. Trust me. It's too much work.
Right.
I'm too lazy. But no, I mean, this was backroom games. These weren't casino games. This wasn't ran by anybody but the mob.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's what's kind of scary out there. But here's the thing that you said, and I want to reiterate on it, is that one of the things you said was there's two stories wrapped into one.
Yes.
So that's the thing, is that's what happens all the time to the people get caught. They're investigating something else, and then all of a sudden they stumble into this thing here. And I guarantee you, those card readers and all that technology they had to be, they got somebody from MIT, Harvard, one of those, anybody that's in technology, that knows technology to make that stuff, that equipment. Because that's not over the counter stuff you buy and you go, oh, give me that card reader machine, give me that card shuffler there. I'll take 2 of them mirrors. It's like you don't go in and do that.
No, these are high tech. I mean, they put some thought in it, and they've been doing this I think they started investigating them in 2023.
Well, you and I play poker and stuff, and I'm good. You're not.
Right.
But I mean,
no argument there.
But the thing is that, even at the World Series of Poker a few years ago, same thing. They stop now everything's on a delay. Before, like World Poker Tour, they were all live. Poker, they were live, and they would show the cards. Right. And there would only be a small delay, but that small delay, because of the timer, you have time, like before you're made to make a decision, you have a certain amount of time before you have to make that decision, or you have to automatically fold, or whatever the rule is going to be.
Right.
So they had to cut that out, because now it's just like seconds. So there's no way somebody could be watching it in another room or in the audience and tell you what, signal somebody.
Some kind of signal, yeah.
Yeah, because they're not showing it like that, which it was kind of nice watching those games like that, the way it was, but now it's not even the same. So now, if they're going to fold, they don't even show you what somebody folded until the hand's over. Where before, it'd be like, oh, Johnny is folding, 2-6, and so-and-so's got pocket 6, right? So it used to be like that. Now it's not like that anymore.
Right.
So it even worked its way into the World Series of Poker, and I say this all the time: if you're going to play a sport, if there's anything out there that takes any kind of competition, people are going to find a way to cheat it.
Well, let's go back. We talked about the poker part.
Right.
Let's go back to the sport part of it.
Okay.
Here's the problem with the sport part. When you and me grew up gambling, we bet the team, and we bet the over and under. That's it.
Yep.
Okay. Now, what they did was they made it so you can do each player individually, how many points, how many touchdowns, how many yards of quarterback's going to run for. Right. Here's the problem. Now you open a can of worms, and anybody can be bought.
Right.
Before it's just the referees can be bought. Obviously, we know we're talking football.
Somebody buy Tua. So the Dolphins start winning again.
But here, I mean, you have to buy just the referees in some of the sports. Now you can buy a college kid coming up first year in. Now all of a sudden you're throwing them. I mean, these guys are throwing major money at them. I mean, they could throw millions at a kid.
Right.
And I don't care who you are. I don't care how good you are at sports. You come to me and offer me $1 million to throw a chicken wing eating contest. Guess what? I'll throw it. Come give me the money, because I'm going to do it.
Right.
They're going to do it too. They're young kids. That money is important to them. So here's what they need to do. You want to stop it? Here's how you stop it. Go back to just betting the game and the total over and unders. That's it. No more how many points is how many rebounds is this guy get? How many 3 points is this guy going to get? How many? Get rid of all that. That's when they lost it. And now they got FanDuel, they got ESPN bet now. They even got into the mix.
Yeah. And MGM is in it now. Now they're trying to get their online sports betting up and running. Right. So, but here's the thing is that, I knew this, and I'm not going to say because I wasn't screaming it from the rooftops, is let's talk the Super Bowl. Same thing. Bet the team, bet the over-under.
Right, that's it.
That kind of stuff. When they started betting the coin toss, because it's like, and I was in the casino business when that started.
I bet tails always tails never fails every year. Right? It's my bet.
But see, that was the first prop to come in.
Color of the Gatorade.
Oh,
I mean, come on, guys. We're getting a little. That's where we're getting a problem. Go back to just and they're never going to do it. They're gonna say, oh, we're going to internally take care of this. We're going to make sure none of our players gamble. But you'll never stop them. You see what they're doing. Technology is going to find a way. Yeah. The mob's going to find a way in. They run all the sports anyway. So,
well, yeah. There's always going to be the girl that's in charge of maybe loading up the Gatorade the cooler, And they get to her or him, it's like, hey, everybody's betting orange. Throw the green in there, and here's a mill for you. You know what I mean? It's like, who's not going to do that? You're just you're a worker bee in that scenario.
Yeah.
You're not making millions of dollars and stuff. It's like, yeah. Right. So he started all these prop bets.
The prop bets is where the problem began.
Yeah. You go to who's the star receivers like a Jefferson.
Well, look at Shotani. Otani.
Oh yeah,
Otani's going through it right now. He just went through it last year.
Right.
He walked in. Here's a guy from Japan that can't even speak our language, and they already got into him.
Yeah,
corrupted with his interpreter.
Right.
So, and what was it about? It was about him. If you stay away from the individual bets and the prop bets, you can do it.
Right. And so that's what I'm saying. And as long as you have that, you're going to have this here. So we either got to just say it's going to happen, or have a tougher, I think you have a tougher punishment is what I say.
Well, see, that's not going to work neither, because you're still going to get people that'll bite. You're going to get people that are going to bite. I don't care. I mean, what are they going to get for this? It's a gambling thing. They're going to get slapped on the hand. He's going to lose his job. He's not going to be an NBA coach anymore. He's not going to be able to coach probably any level.
Well, I think he's going to better prison. I don't think he's going to plead out of this unless he just gives up everybody.
That'd be the worst thing he could do.
Right.
Because then he might as well give up your life. Because you're what are you going to, you're going to blow in one of these capos or one of these associates from the Gambinos or the Bananos. Good luck.
You're going to be up in your private jet thinking you're all safe. The next thing you know, you nose dive into the freaking Bermuda Triangle. So, but yeah, that just blew me away. You told me about it. I hadn't even seen it yet.
I woke up to it this morning going, oh my God. And when they named the families, I went, uh-oh, this is bigger than just sports gambling or poker, illegal poker rooms.
Right.
I said, these guys are going hard. I mean, FBI had a press conference this morning. I went, this is huge. And it's going to be huge for the next probably week.
Definitely.
I mean, they were talking about on the radio, ESPN. He didn't know what to say this morning. He was like, and he was talking to people about gambling addictions. Yeah. And the guy on there was saying, he said, oh yeah, it's like, it's an alcohol addiction. It's like gambling addiction is worse than alcohol or drugs. Trust me. I know it. I've had friends that have been there. They've lived and died by gambling.
Yeah.
And that's what it's a sad thing, but
and I'll tell you this and I'll make it quick, but it's 2 or 3 minutes. But here's the thing.
Okay.
Like, ever since I got banned from TikTok and I refused to make another account because it really should be called Lib Talk.
I never had one, just so you know.
A Lib or a TikTok?
I never had a TikTok. I refused to give it into the Chinese.
Yeah, well, and that's what and that's what it is, because like me, when I'm one of those people that say, oh, well, they're trying to, manipulate, people in the United States and stuff like that, our youth, which and they are.
Oh, I know.
100%. So
I see the difference just in my oldest grandson. When he's on his phone and that, I can see he's like in his own little world. When he had his phone taken away for, punishment and stuff, he was happy-go-lucky kid again.
yeah,
And I said, oh, when I seen that, I went, oh yeah, I don't like this. And I never got, like I said, I never got the TikTok. I watch them when I watch Facebook. I see a little blurts here and there,
yeah,
but I stayed away from it because I seen what they show our kids, and they teach their kids educational over in China. So that right there, the minute I heard that, I went, yeah, not for me.
Yeah, no. And when they talked, at first, before even Trump became elected, that it was like they were talking about banning it, and then I
was hoping for it.
Well, no, at the time I was like, no, don't ban it.
I wanted them to ban it. Tom will tell you this. Me and Tom had this conversation because he loved TikTok. And I told him, I hope they ban it. I hope they ban it. He's like, oh, you would, because you don't want it. I said, no, I don't want it. Yeah. So I was hoping they banned it.
So for sure, and I could have created another account, especially since we do this, because there's a lot of stuff on there and stuff like that. But I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to feed into that because that just corrupts your mind, and I felt it. But I will tell you this. So what I did do, just to kind of mess around with my phone and stuff like that, I downloaded this poker app where you play, and stuff. It's not real money.
Okay.
When you first get in and stuff. And you can also chat on there, kind of like even the live online, poker rooms that you can get into in the game, but you can chat. So over the last couple of weeks or whatever, I, chatted with one guy. He's out of Florida. We, it's like,
did he invite you to a big poker tournament down in Florida
no.
to meet Chancey Billups?
No.
Okay.
No. But here's the thing is that, and you can buy chips for and I would never, ever put a credit card on any of these kind of sites, right?
No.
But you can go in for $2.99 and get 20 million in chips or whatever. They give you like $1 million when you first just sign up.
It starts with $2.99.
Yeah, starts at $2.99.
That's how they get you.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen other stuff in there for $19.99 and all this kind of stuff, and it's like, yeah, not interested. But back to what I was saying, it's like I start talking about the Dolphins. Like, well, where are you from? Oh, I'm from, I'm from here. I'm a Dolphin fan. So, you kind of build a little camaraderie or whatnot. But this guy, I mean, he's a gambler, and again, because even though it's fake chips, this guy goes on tilt, and you can invite your friends to tables. So I normally play on a table where now again, I got on my account, I got like 100 million. Right. So I'll go into a game where you have to have at least $1 million. So I go into that game, you're 2,000 and 4,000 Ziani and stuff, but your friends can invite you to a table. He invites me to this table. Next thing you know, it's a $40 million table. And now I got 100, I got enough to go in there on, but and
you're done.
Yeah, but you can go down too. So you can go in there for 40, and then you can go down to 2 if you want. Yeah. But here's the thing: is he busts out, then the next thing you know, he's getting off there and he's going to blackjack, and then he'll buy in for something.
Addiction.
And then he goes to blackjack, and then I saw another one where then he went to slots because he only had like 300,000 left, and I'm like, even on a game that doesn't pay real money,
it's a thrill. It's that endorphins.
Yeah.
Now, Tim, I mean, you've known me for 20 years now.
Yeah.
Plus.
Yeah.
I really haven't been gambling a lot lately.
I know, which is weird to me. It's like I want to call you a liar.
I know
because I've known you all those years.
But I mean, I put a couple in the last 2 months, probably maybe 4 bets.
Yeah, but see,
I was betting every day.
Yeah, hockey, so you'll bet hockey.
I can bet it. My favorite sport's coming up. Now, I'm not going to say college basketball is my favorite. I can make a lot of money on college basketball. So I'm probably going to stick to what I know best, and that's college basketball.
Yeah.
And I only know it because they haven't corrupted it yet. Because I don't want to give away my gambling secrets here because then people are going to catch on. So, but gambling, I'll tell you behind the scenes how to make money in college basketball. I've done it for probably the last 10 years.
Really?
It's amazing. And we can make a lot of money doing it. Trust me.
Okay.
But I don't want to give it away because then people find out and then they start following you. When I go to a sports book, I mean, I was going there and these guys were asking me, hey, who you like? And I was telling them, and they were like taking my bets, taking who I was taking. And I'm going, now I'm putting action on a game that normally wouldn't have action on it. So now I don't want to draw attention to it.
Right.
I never bet. I'll give you one hint. I never bet a team with a number in front of them.
Oh, okay.
That means if the Duke, the Carolinas, the Villanovas, if they're ranked in the top 25, I don't touch them. I don't, and that's the first thing people when I go in there. Who you like? Who you like in a Duke game? I don't know. You're talking Chinese to me. I don't bet a team with a number in front of them ever.
And it's funny you say that because where I worked, a kid worked for me, and his dad actually works for William Hill, right?
I did.
But
I did too.
did you? Okay.
Yeah.
So he works for William Hill, but anyways, he got me turned on to betting these games like foreign basketball, and I was winning. You know, and it's like really weird because it's like knew none of the teams. Lithuania versus whoever, and it's like
There's some truth to that.
Yeah.
There's some truth to that. And that's so. But back to the gambling, the addiction thing. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an addiction, and I'm not saying I was addicted to it. I liked doing it because that was my release. I go bet a game, I watch the game, and my wife will tell you. She can tell without even knowing who I took. She can tell if I'm winning or losing by my attitude.
Mhm.
And she says that, and I believe her because I know if I'm losing, I'm miserable as hell.
Right,
If I'm winning, I'm happy-go-lucky.
right.
But you know what? I haven't bet in, a few times in the last 2 months. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with not doing it because stuff like this that we're reading today in the paper, and I know how fixed it is. So I watched the CNN thing. This is what really got me. I watched the CNN special, and when the guy asked him on there, "Hey, if I was going to start betting sports right now, what would you tell me?" And he said, "Don't." He literally said, "Don't."
Yeah.
And this is a casino sports book writer that told him this, and it's the truth. And after he said that, I went, that's what stuck. After watching that, that's why I stopped betting 2 months ago. Pretty much stopped betting because of that. Watch that. Go look up CNN gambling or something about sports betting, and watch that. And it is so accurate and it's so true. You can't beat them.
Right.
Those casinos aren't they're not built on winners.
Right.
So you can, and I worked there. I did the deposits. I know how much every week that they deposited to what's it called? The armed guards come.
Oh, armor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
They come and pick
the
up the money.
Brinks card.
Yeah, whatever they called here. I forget what they're called.
Yeah.
He used to come pick up the money. I mean, you're talking astronomical numbers. Even on a bad week when they got beat, they're still depositing 20, 30,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Bonanza Sportsbook was a small sportsbook.
Right.
So, they're not a lot of action. It's not like Grand Sierra is probably hundreds of thousands.
Right.
But still, for a small sportsbook like that, and I'm thinking to myself, I didn't realize it until I watched that show on CNN, and I went, they're right. You can't beat them.
Yeah.
You really cannot beat them.
No.
So after that, that's when I started backing off and not going and stopping. I mean, I'm still, to me, here's if you have an addiction out there, and I'm gonna tell you, what's it, 1-800-GAMBLER. If you have a problem, call it. That's the number. I don't have to call it. I didn't have that. I wasn't that bad, trust me. But here's the thing though. If you feel like you have to do it because it's an addiction, that's one thing. Look at it as the entertainment, and here's how I look at it. If I bet a game, I get three hours of entertainment out of my money if it goes to a close game at the end.
Right.
Unless it's a blowout, then you're all right, you got your money or you lost your money. But there's where it is. It's entertainment. If you bet it for entertainment, you're okay. If you bet it and think you're going to get rich and you're going to beat them, you ain't beating the house. The house never loses.
Yeah. No. Exactly. And I can tell you that. So you and I bet differently. I don't take 10,000 to win 10,001, or because you get your money, to win 20,000 or 21,000,
Right.
because you get your money back.
Single bets is the best way to bet them. You want to beat them. That's the only way you got a chance at least chipping into them a little bit. You're not going to beat them, but you'll chip into them.
Exactly. And I never was that better. And here is my downfall.
Parlays.
Is I won my first parlay for $10.
They got you.
It won like $2,500 off of $10.
Oh, yeah.
And I ain't hit jack since. I mean, like that,
You know the worst thing you can do gambling? Win.
Oh, I know.
The minute you win, you're hooked. They got you. You're done.
Let me tell you, because money won is way better and sweeter than money earned. And you're absolutely right. So when I came here to Nevada, worked for a regular company. When I parted ways with them, somebody said, "Hey, you should get in the casino business, become a dealer." So I did. He taught me how to deal on an ironing board, and I went to crap school, and the rest is history.
Right.
But we're waiting around for our tokes. They call them tokes.
Right.
Those
are tips if you don't know what they are.
At the end of your shift, we're waiting around for them. While I'm waiting for them to get my little cash envelope, I sit down and play a poker machine. and it was the kind of poker machine. They don't have these anymore, but there were 6 quarters instead of 5 quarters.
Ding, 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 ding. You still hear the change coming out of them.
I hit a royal flush. I had it loaded for $3,600, and I just put $20 in.
And he was caught like a dolphin.
Caught like a dolphin, but let me tell you, I can even tell you this is going to blow you away, right? So being in the industry, and even you know, and me and the wife will go play, you know, and whatnot. I have hit 42 royal flushes.
Wow.
Now, again,
how much money of that do you have left?
No, well, that's what I'm saying is not all of them. Some of those were at the nickel machine, where you're playing 25 cents. You know, that was loaded. Then now they're you know. Someone tells me that they won $3,000 on a penny machine or $100,000 on a penny machine. That's because you bet $10 a pull. Just because it says pennies doesn't mean you're investing that kind of money.
So, you know, they set it up for you to fail.
Yeah, 100%.
So my biggest thing with this whole issue that we're talking about today, I hope people don't lose their lives over this, and I'm afraid they're gonna. I'm afraid there's going to be some fallout from this. If these basketball players think that they're just because they make $33 million a year or they make $100 million a year and they're Hall of Famers and this and that, don't think you're not untouchable, because your money is not safe when it comes to those 5 families or 4 families that they mentioned out of New York. You got another thing coming. Your money is peanuts compared to what they make.
Well, let me tell you this. You know, when you said it like that, because I think when you said, "Oh, what about Barkley or what about Jordan?" We're not in any way saying
no. They like to gamble. I know they're gamblers.
Yeah,
so.
they're gamblers, but I think there's probably more people out there that are tied to this.
Oh, this is the beginning.
That you're going to see a lot of things tumble.
You guys stay tuned for that, because we might even do a second show on this after we hear some more, because it's fresh. It just came out today.
Yeah. So this will be good. But
right. And I'm going to give you guys a sure bet now. Here's a sure bet. You want a sure bet? Call Elite Garage Door and get your doors serviced. And winter's coming. You know, give them a call.
Yeah, Elite Garage Door. Johnny over there does great work. He did yours here. In fact, I was over here the day he was putting up your
garage door,
and I'm surprised he didn't kill you, because most people have an empty garage when they're putting up your garage door openers.
Yeah,
you had more crap. He was going over and doing this, that, and
he
another.
told me, he said, if you weren't my friend, I wouldn't do this. He told me that.
Yeah, exactly.
But
so
he did it, and he did a great job. My doors work great.
Right, they do. But here's the thing too. I do want to mention about this is that if you do live around weather, especially we got snow and ice coming now
this weekend.
That's when it seems like everything breaks.
Yeah.
So get them serviced. Call Johnny over here at what number?
775-323-DOOR
or
775-323-3667.
All right, give Johnny a call. Any garage door needs. Well, that's it for us right now.
Yep, we're gonna get out of here, and you guys have a great day. Let's hear some.
All right.
Guys in a microphone. Two fat guys in a microphone. Big talk, no filter.
All right.